Hello, Liv. Welcome to your one-on-one merge confessional. How are you feeling now that you've made the merge?
I'm feeling really good because I seriously thought when Dawson played his idol yesterday that I was gone because I heard that the vote was going to me. So I'm just thankful that they voted out Ethan and not me.
Were you shocked that Ethan was the one who went, or
Yes, very shocked because I thought once Dawson played it with me and Grace's whole charade, I thought that, it was going to be either me or her.
yeah, that makes sense. Uh, so you guys had that whole charade, and I heard your side of it. I got to be in the group chats and seeing what's happening, and it was fun. And it would have worked if Dawson wouldn't have had an idol. There's only so much you can do regarding someone's information on an idol. Uh, So moving forward in the game, who would you say your number one ally is going into the merge? You've had two tribe swaps that you haven't liked. What?
Grace.
Okay,
Grace, 100%. I've stayed with her the entire time. Like we do a bunch of stuff together, game related and ungame related. So
which is
really
super
happy.
cool. And that's something that comes out of a virtual survivor experience, especially one that's face to face, is you can actually meet people. And my co-host Bethany and I mean, we met that way. We were playing a game together, and then we ended up hosting together, and we're friends, which is super cool. But you have a merge ahead of you, and because I've told you guys that today there's going to be one challenge, but tomorrow and the next day and the next day is all double challenges and double tribals. Um, that's going to be 6 eliminations in 3 days. And hopefully it's not going to be too stressful. The challenges themselves aren't going to be anything like last night. Knowing this, do you feel like that stepping up your gameplay and running at your strategy even more is going to be beneficial? Or do you think maybe taking a step back would help you?
Right now, I'm definitely a target because I've stepped up in challenges a lot because I'm just a natural leader, which really kind of sucks. And inactivity also really sucks. So, I always stepped up as the leader because I didn't think it would target. If I thought it would pin me as a target, I wouldn't have done it as much. Like I would have done it maybe a couple times, but not nearly as much as I did.
Right. And it's a balance you have to make, because being super active in a game where inactivity is a problem is a blessing and a curse. I mean, you wouldn't be here without your activity, but also now the people who are active along with you, they're seeing that. And so you have to find a balance, and there's no right way to do it. The person who won last season was active every single day, every single challenge. But it's just a different season with a different dynamic. Do you
Yeah.
feel like that the lines between East Coast and West Coast are going to exist in the merge?
100%. My alliance right now consists of 5 East Coast people and 1 West Coast. So, I mean, there's definitely lines drawn because, the first 3 days were so beneficial. Like, the 5 of us, the Girls Night Out group chat, were hanging out, so much. Like, we Zoomed every night for, an hour or 2.
Yeah, which is just a positive thing that you can be a part of. Um, yeah, so we don't have too much more time, and if you make it further, you'll get more of these, and they can be more in depth, and you can still send videos. But this is just a way for me to ask questions that I potentially have. Who is your biggest? Who are you most worried about? Maybe not necessarily the person you want out next. It could be that person, but who scares you the most in this game? Obviously, if you think you're playing well, other than yourself.
Dawson and Minty.
What are the
From
reasons?
day one, our first Zoom, when you left, we were getting dynamics, right? And once you sent out the pictures of everybody, I vibe checked everybody. I'm pretty good at that. So I told them, I'm like, I have a very strong feeling that Dawson is calling the shots. I was 100% right. After Tribe Swap, I talked to Jess immediately, and she told me, you're 100% right. Dawson's been calling the shots. He has a couple little puppy dogs following him around. And then Minty is very strong in challenges and definitely could get something with the boys going. So I think he's a threat in that way. But I mean, I think that
Yeah, that makes sense. How is your perception on, and I don't want to have it be a focal point, but it is something that is common in Survivor always. Um, there are 6 people who are eliminated, 2 were girls and 4 were guys. So you're going into the merge, girls are majority right now, which is
that
not something, it's only the second season of Virtual Survivor, but that was not at all true last season. Is it on the mind, or is that just now, it's whatever?
well, it's on the mind. But the thing is, I know that Maya is working very close with Dawson. I know this as a fact. She's told me, he's told me. So, like, I know each other's number one. And Stella may be working with Dawson now that the merge is here.
Yeah.
So, I'm just trusting the Girls Night Out Alliance, and we are going to adopt Max into that. I still have to ask the group chat about it, but he definitely saved our ass last time. If Dawson didn't have an idol, Dawson would have went home.
Yeah. Interesting stuff, and I love hearing it, and sorry that the time is short, but it's all good, and you can always send confessionals. But before these last few minutes wrap up for you, do you have anything that you want to just talk about, anything like part of your gameplay you'd love to highlight and potentially spawn a question for me?
Well, I think that because you're not doing Survivor Trivia, that I'm definitely becoming really good at these challenges. Like, I've been a challenge beast. I've been at every single one. And like, before we did that second tribe swap, I was the one who carried our tribe. All, like, I think 4 of those challenges.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't carry the first one because that was, a whole teamwork thing. But I definitely did do most of the work a couple of the other ones. So I think my challenge performance is definitely very good. And my social game, like, I have a lot of people coming to me with ideas.
Nice. It's exciting, and the merge is here, and it's gonna go quick. I have loved this season, and I said this in a tribal council, and I said this to Bethany. I think that season 2 is already better than season 1, just based off of the dynamic that's been happening. Excluding inactivity, which is just a product of life going back to normal. Um, I'm excited, and I'm happy that you're here to play. I think that you were the first girl to apply, and you're one of the first people cast, and I'm just happy that you're here, Liv.
Me too.
I hope you're.
I definitely don't regret this. I've made a couple friends that are definitely going to last me.
Yeah, and who knows where it can lead. I mean, there's 10 people left, so we'll see what happens. You're either 10th or first or everything in between. So best of luck.
Yeah.
To you and to everyone. And I'm sure, granted that you maneuver the right way, I might see you on a one-on-one Zoom call again. So thank you so much, Liv.
Okay. I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead. Is it
Okay.
something that, can I stop the recording, or should the question be in the recording?
It shouldn't be in the recording.
Okay,
You
awesome.
can